Don't tell me again they've done. No, this time it's Werribee Centrals. It's 1-1. Justin's got the free kick from the centre for somebody encroaching. Highland gives it to Armstrong, who gives it back to Highland. They're running wide here. He works back inside on the right boot. Christian Highland goes long towards centre half forward Maharis. Punches it away on this occasion from behind. Scott, slick handball back towards Hallam. Good pick up on the half volley at defensive 50. Goes wide towards centre wing. Buck goes up. Bradley, good punch down to the front of the pack. Highland there again. Can't pick it up on this occasion. Stewart stands up, tries to get it out somehow, the big ruckman. Now it's flung out by Hawks towards the boundary line. Burns, Musara there as well. Armstrong pretty close. It is out.
That was one of Teddy Whitten's flick passes.
And it's out of bounds on the outer side between centre wing and half forward. And while the boundary throw in, Justin working his way across to the front in front of Sean Stewart. Armstrong from behind. Now Armstrong taps it down at the back. Goes towards Delaney, gets a left foot kick towards the middle of the ground. Calvert stands his ground, takes the mark against Petterwood. Simon Calvert in the middle of St Albans reserve, goes to the right boot towards half forward. The lead was on from Smith. Armstrong had to work back from the ruck contest. Smith still got it there, can't pick it up though, falls over. Luddick's there, his left footer. He gets back onto that left boot and squares it back towards centre half forward. Atchison can't take the mark. Gans running through for Stuka. Kick the goal, he does. Good start to Centurions. Excellent running from the centre. And Jason Pastuka kicks his first goal. And the first inside the minute and a half of the second term. 3-1-19 apiece now on the Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard.
Almost his first clear kick, Laurie, wasn't it, for Stuka? But he ran well down to the forward line.
Yeah, well, I think it was hard to stop that one, in all fairness, to Adam Fry. That when he had the run of the ball, he ran onto it hard. And look, I think he's got to lift his game. He would realise that in this quarter, and yeah, that's good to see.
I don't know that Fry's done such a brilliant job stopping. Neither of them been in the play.
No, exactly. You're right there, Eric.
Umpire with the ball, back in the centre now. 2 minutes gone in the second quarter. Stewart, still the only man on the defensive side of the centre circle. Up he goes. Well, he gets the tap on the way down. Comes clear to Smith. Tapped it over the head of his teammate there in Calvert. Long handball. It goes forward to... who's that? Luddick on the left foot, and he's gone bang from 45, and he's put it right through the middle. And this enigmatic player, is that what you call him? He can do anything, this young fella. And a couple of weeks ago I saw him playing in the seconds, and here he is today. A brilliant goal at the 2.5 minute mark, second quarter. Raiders bingo scoreboard now. Werribee Central's 4-1-25, Thomson 3-1-19.
You can turn on a threepenny bit, can't he, Welshie, and kick goals?
He's excellent that way. When the ball's in his area and you give him the ball to carry, he just knows what to do. He just got that touch class to finish off with a goal or get it onto the next ball carrier.
And I think he's one of those players, if you're his immediate opponent, you have to be well aware of his left foot.
For sure.
So use your terminology there too, threepenny bit, you like that? 5 cent piece for us.
Terrific.
Back in the middle, Stewart gets it down. Again for Stuka, and they're fighting hard against Fry. Pack develops secondary bounce, umpire McMaster to come in and bounce it. Never seen that before, Welshie, a boundary umpire with long sleeves on.
I was just about to say that, Trace. He's got your cricket shirt on.
He's got a cricket shirt on, I think. Back in the middle now. Justin goes up early and gets it down. Stewart doesn't fly. Highland gets it towards centre half forward. Burn in front where you're supposed to be if you're a forward. Bernardo runs back, can't pick it up. Under pressure over the top and still can't pick it up. Needs some support, didn't get a lot. The umpire will come in and bounce it. Still in the middle. Maharis wrapped up there. And we'll have a third bounce in the centre square, just on the attacking side for Thomson, attacking the southern end in this second term. They're down 3-1 to 4-1. Now Justin goes up again against Stewart, nullifying his efforts. Musara goes in there, offhand Stewart again, kick partly smothered. Atchison reads the play, can he get past Calvert? Or Calvert falls over, coming in also Foley, loses the footy. Atchison does well, holds it in, but the umpire says play on Calvert, drops the footy. No free kick, play on the call to the back of the pack. Wolfenden rides one bump, gets a kick partly smothered. Howlett from the pack contest goes to the left foot kick high. Lee comes out, falls into his arms. He rolled it down his arm like a clown. Beautiful. James Lee taking the grab, about 40 metres out.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Yes.
Yeah. Look, I like this guy though, Eric. Resents himself all the time for the footy, and you can't ask for any more than that in the forward line.
I tell you what, he loves a mark.
Kick 2 straight, James Lee, in the first 5 or 6 minutes of the first term to get Werribee Central's on the go. He comes in lining up from about 35-40 metres out, directly in front. Comes in again, very deliberate this time. He has pushed it, I think, wide to the left and one behind to James Lee. Oh, he's nearly put up 2 hands there, the goal umpire, isn't he?
He frightened me.
He did frighten me too. 2 goals, 1 for James Lee. They go to 4-2-26 to Centurions. The Tigers 3-1-19. 5 minutes gone. Victory trophy. Raiders bingo. Second quarter scoreboard.
Ball in the goal square, defensive area for the Thomson side. It's Armstrong Glorious kick outside 50 once again. The lead is out there, but leading in the race is Buck. Back over his head to Massara. Massara dodges, weaves, sees, gee whiz, Howlett loose at half forward, no play around him, and now he turns on his right foot, goes toward the full forward position, and it's that mark, James Lee, once again, taking the mark, 25 metres out, a lot closer on this occasion, and goodness gracious, there was some poor tagging there, Walshy, there seemed to be where he plays loose everywhere.
Howlett was by himself, and he had time to set the play up, didn't he? Just
absolutely.
To deliver the ball, and as Eric's Laurie said, this bloke is presenting himself and getting in front.
James Lee now, 25 metres out, next to no angle, moves in on the right foot, and I'd suggest he's kicked his third, straight over the goal umpire's head, kicking very well today. That's his third, and on the Raiders Bingo scoreboard, the Werribee side have kicked their fifth, 5-2-32. They lead Thomson 3-1-19, and boys, it's an excellent start in the second term for the Werribee side.
Yeah, look, it seems they just seem to have gone onto another cog just right now. They seem to be going hard at the football. I don't think they were quite working just hard enough for the footy. Right now they are. If they can continue that, they could break this game right open.
They're going more direct too.
And more direct ball rep.
Back in the middle now, umpire McMaster has the footy, 5-2 playing 3-1. Stewart up against Justin. The umpire now throws it up. Justin goes up early again. Stewart gets it down this occasion. Burns runs through the middle, can't take it with him. They're staying to win in the middle, the Centurions. Burns is back there now at half back. Handball slick to Armstrong. On his preferred foot now at centre half back on the right, goes towards Maharis. And good strong mark in front of Damien Bennett. Handballs quickly to Woofenden running past. Needs something, the lead's on. Menzies lets it run over the back. Justin Morley. Now, was going to go with a handball back to Hallam, but he elects to go with the left boot out wide to the outer side. Who's there? Peacock, Maharis. They can raffle it. Peacock has to stand, gets a shepherd. Now, Rod Peacock, what's he do? He can handball to McKernan. It's a shocking handball. Sets him up. Bennett coming at him. Has to ride the bump. Good tackle, Damien Bennett. Held him there. Right on the point of the centre square at half forward. And it will be a ball up.
Just a sensational tackle front on, wasn't it? You don't see many of them succeed.
Nothing, was it? It was just straight there. Held him. And the ball in, and it will be a ball up. Stewart, Justin gets it down to Burns, slick handball again to McKernan off a standing start. The lead's on from McFarlane, can't take the mark, needs a second effort. Maharis, great pick up, held to him, play on the call. McFarlane over the top as well. About 40 metres out from Thomson's goal. Hallam breaks away and goes to the right boot wide to Massara. They're away here too. Little Mozzie takes the mark. He's got somebody inboard. It's Nick Smith. He hits him on the chest and goes. He's still on centre wing. He runs away from Fano and goes towards centre half forward. Off hands. Lee can't take the mark. Getting back there, Aaron Bradley. Can he pick it up? No, he can't. It's 3 against 1. Lee can shepherd for Foley. Foley, can he pick it up? Yes, he can. Handballs to Crystalani on the opposite side, left foot. And it's into the goal square, pretty close over the back. Luddick takes the grab, plays on quickly if you don't mind, and will probably kick the goal.
Excellent.
His second, Luke Luddick. It is 2 goals, 1. And they go to 6-2-38, Werribee Central's Thomson 3-1-19. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard. Got
to give a lot of credit to Warren Foley there.
Excellent.
A lot of skills for youngster there, Eric, and bit of class here. Look, they seem to be, I don't know what coach said to him at quarter time, Paul, but it wasn't a lot. He didn't spend much of the huddle. I think he must have said, get that ball up in the air a little bit, kick to those boys and catch the footy.
Go through the keys.
And go through the key players.
Exactly. Well, they're at the drop of the ball now. They weren't in the first quarter.
That's right.
They're playing Thomson at their own game at the minute.
Exactly. They're winning all the 50-50 contests when the ball hits the deck now, aren't they?
In the middle, umpire Gladkey with the ball. 9 minutes gone. Second quarter. Up it goes. Stewart. Clear tap away on that occasion. Got it clear, and coming through was Calvert. Gets a foot off the ground, but at half-back Thomson, they hold it up. Now the ball, good work there on centre wing by Justin, but Stewart picks it up, long handball. Here go Werribee again, the handballs to Massara, and there's Howlett. He's loose at centre half forward again. Aitchison giving him a bit of latitude, and a bit of misunderstanding in there between Luddick and Lee, I'm afraid, because the Thomson players just ran between them, and they've cleared it out. Wolfen and half-back flank, drives it to centre wing. Magnificent mark there by Calvert. He drifted across the front of the pack, and you don't get too many better than that. Took it as he fell to ground. Now he's got a player loose in Scott at half forward. And here go Werribee again. Massara running loose on that outer wing. Thomson will lead to tag him, I'd suggest. Up from behind. Werribee can't take the mark. Comes clear. Kick off the ground by Gann, but only as far there as Howlett. There's a player, Nick Smith, at centre half forward loose. He gets the ball for Stuka running into that forward line. can't get it. Young Foley goes to ground. Fry leads in the race for the ball, but he's under a bit of pressure, and the ball is pushed over the boundary line between forward pocket and half forward flank for the Werribee Central side, this time on the social club side of the ground.
They might have to make a change there. Luddick is starting to get into play, isn't he, Welshie?
Yeah, for sure. He's starting to just the last 10 minutes, and so's the coach too, Andy Haler. He's really getting into the play now.
Highland, handball, out towards Festuca and Luddick. Festuca's there, Fry next to him. He runs straight through the pack, as we've known him to do this season, and gets a short kick away. It is out of bounds now, off hands, and a boundary throw in the left forward pocket for the Centurions. They're 6-2-38. They lead Thomson 3-1-19.
Just showed a bit of strength there, fellas, didn't he?
Yeah.
Look,
they keep the ball moving forward, didn't he?
They seem to be sharing the ball around a lot more now, and that makes it hard to pick those individual players up then and sort of put tags on them.
Boundary throw in. Lee gets it down to the front. Atchison's wrapped up. The umpire will come in and bounce it. It's about 30 metres out from the Werribee Central's goal. They lead by 19 points. We've been playing 11 minutes in this second term. Umpire McMaster with the football. Big pack around. Throws it up. Now, Lee tries to tap it to the front. Foley, kick away, Justin, and coming out for Stuka as well, wrapped up by Fry, drops the football, a throw, says the umpire. Peterwood runs away from half back, shocking kick off the boot, goes towards centre wing. Mitchell, Morley's there as well. Morley grabs it, goes to the left boot, wobbly pump back towards Stewart. Justin over there, heads for Stuka, doesn't sit for anybody. Fanning can't take it with him. Highlands there, tries to tap it on towards Gann. He wants the safety of the boundary line and finds it. We saw John Mitchell in the play there. John Mitchell Jr. He's on. Dave McKernan was off the ground for Thomson. Jason Stein getting ready to come on for the Tigers. Werribee not making a change yet, I don't think. Will be a boundary throw in. Half forward, the Centurions attacking. Throw in now. Howlett up against Atchison. Off the back, Armstrong. Peterwood gets a kick away, straight in the air. Won't be any tan for Stuka. Play on the call. He gets wrapped up, loses the football. The umpire says it's mine. And it will be a ball up at half forward for the Centurions. Justin works his way down there. He'll do the ruck work against Stewart. Umpire Gladke has the footy. Throws it up now. Sometime in the future. There it is. I nearly went to sleep waiting for him. Stewart gets it down.
Catch you after.
Now over towards Calvert. Laurie's just making acquaintances with somebody downstairs. Smith gets a great pick up to Hawks, runs past, gets a great shepherd from umpire Gladke, goes wide towards Buck and also Peacock now. Buck leads in the race to the footy on the opposite side, half forward flank, tries to rip it away. Peacock off hands and out of bounds on a half forward flank. Somebody you coached, Laurie? Was that somebody you coached?
Yeah, I actually did.
There's not too many around who you didn't coach anyway. Boundary throw in, out of side, half forward flank for the Centurions in front. Atchison, Howlett, great punch down. Now goes towards Highland, pushed off the ball by Delaney, just tries to tap it out to the advantage of Hawks, goes back onto the right, handball over the top, Fanning gets back, Atchison as well, they nearly run into each other. Atchison ripped off the footy and held to him, says the umpire. It's at centre half forward for the Centurions, and we'll have another ball up.
Centurions really working hard to keep that ball on the forward line. Umpire McMaster, centre half forward with the ball, puts it up. Lee goes for the tap, goes towards the forward area, but it's Thomson. Kick towards centre wing. Calvert in front, takes a strong chest mark, jumped high and got the two arms around the ball and has taken the ball. Just outside 50, Calvert of Werribee Central's looking for some options. Here they come now. It's on at the pass and it's it's over the head of all the players in there and it's come to ground. Picked up there by Justin, but Festuca in the way on half forward for the Werribee side. He's had a pot shot from 30, but he's just offline. So Jason Festuca, 1-1 is his tally for the day. On the Raiders bingo scoreboard now, 14 minutes into the second quarter, 6-3-39 Werribee Central's, Thomson 3-1-19.
Jason Stein on the ground also for Thomson. Kim Peterwood off, and it looks like Stein is going with Simon Calvert maybe. Armstrong from fullback. Straight down the middle, best way to go at St Albans. Goes there now. Stewart from behind Peacock. Oh, was that a push? Yes, it's the umpire.
Did well, didn't he? Put himself.
Oh,
got to be
50
as well.
Ray Kinsey. You can't do that.
Oh, that's terrible discipline.
Umpire McMaster was standing right in front of him as he threw the ball just near the mark, and Sean Stewart will come down and line up for goal from about 10 metres out.
Well, in real terms, he was almost on the 50, so he'd be very close to the goal line, wouldn't he?
Righto, he is then. He's about 2 metres out. Sean Stewart.
I think Eric would make a good umpire, actually.
He would.
He knows all the rules.
He does.
Yes.
Stewart's put it through.
And he's a stickler for him too.
For his goal. 7-3-45 the Centurions. They lead Thomson 3-1-19. Raiders bingo second quarter scoreboard, 15 minutes gone.
Got to say, Laurie, when I was coaching, an umpire said to me one day, I suppose you've never read a rule book, coach, and I pulled it out of my pocket. I said, what do you reckon this is, a block of flats?
But did you ever read it though?
Oh yes, no, I took a bit of pride in that. I reckon if you're coaching and you're directing players, you need to have some idea what you're talking about.
Kinsey straight off the ground after that 50-metre infringement. Kane Costello to come on. Stein's gone to half-back. Looks like Costello might go onto the wing on Calvert. Wearing the number 48 Guernsey this afternoon, Kane Costello back in the middle. Umpire Farnsworth throws it up. Justin up against Stewart. Stewart goes up, Justin plucks it out of the ruck, can't take it with him. Stewart might, he does with the left boot towards half forward. Musara off hands Wolfenden, punch away, coming back Burns, stands there and gives it to Wolfenden again, running off half back. Goes to the right boot, tries to measure the pass towards Maharis. Can he take the mark? No, he can't. A good second effort by Maharis, gets it towards true centre half forward. Beck running back with the flight of the ball. Oh, off hands, Menzies. This is where he's dangerous. Handball inside to McFarlane. Oh, he can't break away. Now he can, holding the ball, says umpire Gladkey. Justin Morley will take it. Have to come back now.
Why?
Well, umpire Gladkey said Justin Morley.
Why not pay advantage?
Will have it at half back.
Grab that rule book, Eric.
I will.
Morley now from half back goes towards centre half back. Off hands Calvert. Costello's there. Can get the hands out to Burns. Oh, there's a kick for Pat. Oh, put that down. That's a stat. Goes to McFarlane. Comes out. Off hands Bernardo. Straight through. Oh, Maharis and Highland. Now comes towards Mitchell. He's ripped off the football. It's at centre half back for Thomson, for Werribee. Now Musara straight to Burns. Burns, don't tell me he's going to have two kicks. Oh, he has. There's another one out wide. Good kick too. And finds Wolfenden at half forward. 2 and 30 seconds for the coach. Usually handballs, pretty slick at that. Wolfenden now. Off the half back flank, Armstrong runs all the way down to half forward, just outside 50.
He nearly kicked that, wouldn't he?
Takes the
He's
mark.
a beautiful kick of the football, isn't he?
Well, they put the pressure on him now. Now Armstrong, pretty congested forward 50 for Thomson. They trail 3-1 to 7-3. 45 playing 19. Now he's a bit indecisive here. So he's going to set it up into the point of the square. He does so now. McFarlane in front. Stewart from behind. Punch away to the front of the pack. Hallam quickly to Scott. Good set of hands there. Now wide. Armstrong won't be able to keep it in. Neither can Heath Buck. It's out of bounds. About 55 metres around from Thompson's goal.
It was a little bit difficult to get in there then. Stewie's back into the goal square and Savali couldn't do much else other than just kick it up, but it made it so easy for him to punch the ball away.
Wasn't it a classic indication a moment ago how Paddy Burns reads the game? The ball was sort of under dispute at the 50 metres. It just went back 30-40 metres and the kick out comes straight
to him, yep.
From the throw-in, half forward flank for the Thomson side. Highland tries to get the handball clear to Maharis. Now it stacks on the mill and at about 55 metres from the Thomson goal, umpire Gladkey will move in and take control of the footy and put it up. Gee, there's a lot of players around that ball. Must be 14 to 15. And umpire Gladkey moves into the centre of them. Up it goes. Well, Justin clearly outpointed Stewart on that occasion, but good work. Nick Smith gets the kick. Well, it's over the head of Paddy Burns on this occasion. Aitchison leads Howlett in the race for the ball. Good work by Pastuka. Put a bit of pressure on the kick. Now it's half forward flank for the Thomson side. Just pushing it along ahead of him, Robbie Byrne, but great work Morley there. Outruns him, gets a handball to his teammate there in Beck it is, and Roland Beck drives it over the centre line. Oh, good body work there by the Werribee player in Calvert. He's a bit of a headache for them on that centre wing at the moment. Calvert drives it to half forward, but Luddick can't take the mark. Good defensive work by the Thomson side, and it's pushed over the boundary line. Between centre wing and half forward flank now for the Werribee side. Heading toward the scoreboard, which shows Werribee 7-3, Thomson 3-1. We've been playing 19 minutes into the second quarter.
Eric, some of these young boys have got some skill where they can push those players off right that last minute. It's skill I never ever learned. They do it very, very well.
From the throw-in, Stewart gets the tap down. It comes to Nick Smith eventually for Werribee. A left foot kick into the forward line. Oh, the bounce favoured Luddick on this occasion. He can run onto it, but good work there by Steen for the Thomson side. Ran onto the ball in defence. And, well, between the two of them, Bradley and Steen, they did a good job because the ball had eluded the three of them. Luddick was running on, heading for goal, but they've got back very, very smartly. And the ball now out of bounds. 30 metres from the behind post. Deep in the forward line for the Werribee side. In comes the ball once again. Lee and Bradley. Ball comes to ground. Players not able to get it out. Werribee trying just by pushing it forward. Highland, the first man to come down and pick it up, comes back to look like Thomson get it clear. Oh, great work, Stewart on half forward. Gets a handball to Festuca. He's got a handball back to Calvert. Calvert turned very smartly. Handball back to Festuca. The defence is doing well, but Festuca on the left foot drives it back to the full forward area. Lead from behind. Can't take the mark. Paddy Burns at the drop of the ball. And tackle on him is too high. And he was going to have to go back and have a kick, but he gets a handball out to Wolferton. He goes wide to half back flank. The umpires are whistle on play. It's not a mark certainly, but I think Christian Hyland might have the free kick.
Hyland's got it now, right on the boundary line. He's looking for something. Burns gives him a bit of a lead. Short. He was looking to go across the goal. Could be dangerous. He's got Atchison wide as well. He might go in that direction now. He does. Mitchell, Calvert. 2 against 1. Calvert does well. Works to the front. Skillful player, Simon Calvert.
Good mark for his size.
He is very good marker. We've seen him take some big ones. Goes laterally to Nick Smith, who plays on, was going to go left. Oh, great shepherd from umpire Farnsworth again. And Nick Smith hits Andrew Scott on the chest. He kicks around the corner. Heath Buck can run into goal from 30 metres out. And the uncle doesn't usually miss those. And I don't think he has now. And he's put it through for another one.
They're playing some class football now, aren't they?
They are. 8-3, 51 Werribee. Now they lead Thomson 3-1-19 on the Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard.
They opened them up well, she didn't know. They just spread the defence.
Exactly right. They all go to an option, don't they? And as you said, Eric, they spread the forward line open and just get that loose man going, and they will give the ball onto the they're trained to give the ball to the next option, and everything's starting to go their way. We've seen, 5 minutes ago, Justin took the ball out of the air, won the ball, then it just got knocked free, and when you are down, those sort of things get to go against you. If it was the other way, if Stewart grabbed it, he probably would have kicked it 40 yards.
Ball thrown up in the middle again. Justin up too early. Stewart gets the tap down. Hawkes runs onto it, picks it up on the right foot, drives it towards half forward. It's gone pretty wide. Leading in the race for the ball is Luddick, but he's not going to get there in time. And the ball beats Luddick and Steen over the boundary line. And we'll have a throw in now. It's only 40 metres from the behind post, so they move the ball, Paul, from. I think you and Laurie made the point a few minutes ago. They're now clearing the centre. Those throw-ups, aren't they?
Yeah, for sure. They've just clear possession out of there all the time.
Ball out of bounds with the boundary umpire. In it comes. Big pack of players. Smith and Burns do the ruck work. Comes to ground Christian Hyland, who's doing a power of work down there on the ball. And finally, Thomson. They bring it clear. Wide to centre wing with it. Well,
good smother.
Magnificent smother there from Sean Stewart. Hits it along the ground to Nick Smith. Smith drives it into the goal square. There's nobody there. The ball stands up pretty much straight up in the air instead of running forward, and we've ended up with a rush behind for the Werribee side. But yeah, they're pumping the ball in there time after time now. 22 and a half minutes. Raiders Bingo scoreboard 8-4, 52 Werribee Centrals, 3-1-19 Thomson.
Bradley from full back now. He straight down the middle towards Peacock and Atchison. Beck from behind. Good mark. He had to sit all the way, Roland Beck. Great grab.
Isn't it easy to see them from here?
Oh, it is, isn't it? Beck goes to the right boot. Wobbly punt kick towards Lee. Again, he goes up. Can't take the mark off hands. Falls to the front of the pack. Bradley's there. Luddick also. It's out of bounds. And they've really nullified Hyland's influence too, haven't they, Paul?
Yes, he's gone out of the game. He's trying very hard, though. I'll give him that. Christian Hyland's trying very hard at ground level, but he's just lacking support at the moment. I think that's the thing.
Justin's trying hard too, but they just don't seem to have enough good players, Paul. I think you're in a little bit of trouble unless you can make a few moves at half time.
Yep.
Off hands in the ruck contest to Nick Smith. He couldn't get a score. It's out of bounds right next to the behind post in the right forward pocket of the Centurions. We've been playing 23 and a half minutes. It's 8-4, 52 Werribee. Thomson 3-1-19 boundary throw in. Peacock up against Lee. To the front of the pack, Nick Smith there again, doing some bulking work. Now, Wolfenden gets wrapped up, drops the footy, falls towards Musara, breaks one tackle. Does he break two? Well, half. Got a handball away. Lee tried to slap it on intelligently to Heath Buck. The uncle's kicked another one. His second. And it is the 9th for Werribee Centrals. They're 9-4, 58. They lead Thomson 3-1-19. 24-minute mark of the second term. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard. Is that a throw, was it?
I thought it wasn't a bad sort of a pass, didn't you think?
It was pushed out beautifully, Eric, but I think it might have been in the old terminology, might have been a throw. But I was just going to say there before I was opening my big mouth again, I was going to say Heath Buck's been pretty quiet. All of a sudden he's popped up a couple. But do you agree with that?
Yeah.
I thought he was out, for a good player. I didn't think he was in the game at all.
But haven't they got a few opportunist type players where in that forward line?
Just float in and out the game.
Back in the middle now, Stewart up against Justin. Justin gets it down, running through the middle. Highland, can he pick it up? Yes, he can this time. Goes right, goes left, then goes the right boot. And he's trying pretty hard. He tried to put it down the throat of McFarlane. He couldn't take the mark. Getting back there, Bennett. Menzies off hand, strips over. Morley's there as well. And Maharis does well, bulking work to get Morley out of the way, then works back. Handball, off hands towards Hallam. Short the kick to Scott. They're running away again, the Centurions. Outside 50. Takes a bounce and is at half back on the outer side. Drives it towards centre wing. Musara with the leap and not mark play on the call. Right foot kick around the corner, leading Peacock. Oh, he falls over at the crucial stage. The uncle gets back there off the ground is Kinsey towards Burns. Fortuitously gets it to Armstrong. Now sits for him, goes to the right boot towards centre half forward. Getting up there, Costello takes the mark. Right at centre half forward, the young buck. Goes to the right boot.
50.
Goes towards McFarlane. Off hand, should fall to Menzies. That's where they need him. At the fall of the ball, Dale Menzies will walk in and miss.
That. When things are going bad, they just get worse, don't they?
Yeah, that was a bad miss. It was a good build-up, Paul, and
he read the ball, read the board excellently. Ran onto it perfectly, had the open goal there, and just didn't cap it off.
25 minutes for 1 point this quarter.
I'll tell you something. This back line's pretty miserable. They don't give you much. But Hallam, he can play footy a bit.
Yeah, doing a great job.
Beck goes into Hallam from fullback. He goes to Musara. Oh, they're running nicely at centre half back now. The Moz goes with the right boot towards Howlett, who's away from Atchison. Can't take the mark. Off hands now. Foley's there. Oh, mid-air if you don't mind. Straight down the throat of James Lee. Can't take the mark. Off hands. Luddick's there as well. Goes left and handballs back to Calvert off a standing start. Goes with the right boot. And Peacock and Buck, the uncles there. Can't take the mark. Off hands. Through for 1 point. And that is... now 9-5-59 Werribee Centrals. Thomson 3-2-20. Raiders Bingo second quarter scoreboard. I think it's Aaron Bradley turning around to Simon Calvert and telling him all about it because they're 38 points down. Short kick in. Armstrong finds Wolfenden. Goes wide towards Bradley. Now this will be up. Calvert. That's the best way to tell him, I reckon. The best way to tell him.
Take that, son.
Simon Calvert's taking
and he's got 50.
Well, that's it, isn't it, eh? And Bradley straight off, Petterwood to come on, and he's told him all about it, Nick Smith too. Well, you don't do that, do you?
Of course you do.
Yeah,
that's
let him know.
Let him know.
But it was a lack of discipline. Like Bradley was involved in an altercation. Calvert's beating him hands down for the mark.
Yeah, exactly.
And the 50 wasn't necessary.
And Aaron Bradley's had to walk past all the Werribee Central supporters in front of the social club too.
It's a long walk too.
It is a big long walk. Yep. Going straight to the coach's box, and we'll sit down. So. Now it's Simon Calvert with the footy. Kicks the goal. He's first. They're sharing them around the Werribee Central side. They're 10th. And they go to 10-5-65. They lead Thomson 3-2-20 Raiders Bingo. Second quarter scoreboard.
Well, all you can sum that up for is the lack of discipline, but the kick to Aaron Bradley wasn't all that good either. He give himself an option and the kick went, made him sit underneath it and give the young fellow a run in the market, and then he just undisciplined. He probably a bit hot under the collar, not winning the ball, and give away the 50-metre penalty, and it's inexcusable. That
to me, though, Paul, they just seem to be inserting their authority all over the ground now. And young Calvert's played a great game on this wing, and look, they just seem to be taking the game by the scruff of the neck at the moment.
Well, 8 goals to a point in 28 minutes. It's almost indicative of what's happening, isn't it? Up goes the ball in the middle once again. Stewart now, clear tap forward. Oh, it goes to Pastuca. He runs away. Not such a good kick, and certainly a great. Well, I was going to say a great mark, but I thought the umpire wasn't going to play it for a moment. And that's Steen, is it?
No, Peacock.
Peacock, sorry. Peacock, good mark on back on that occasion. Drives the ball wide to centre wing. Maharis in front, can't take the ball. Taps it down to the ground and kicked forward to Petterwood. Well, perhaps could have run a bit harder to get to the mark. Now it's good work by the Werribee defence. Finally comes clear. And out wide to Bennett. Well, bounce the ball doesn't, not very kind for him, but he comes back very well, but outnumbered. Werribee Central. Stewart intercepted the kick. Masara gets a handball. Here's a player running in the middle, unmarked is Smith. Over the top to Hawks. Hawks runs to 50, drives the ball to the goal square. In fact, it's going right through the goals. Landed just inside the line. Excellent play by the Werribee side. All really asserting some authority now and late in the second quarter. And on the Raiders Bingo scoreboard, 29 minutes gone. It's 11 goals, 5-71 to Werribee Centrals, 3-2-20 to Thomson.
Well, they've done it 3 weeks in a row, Welshie, haven't they?
Yeah.
And they're doing it 4 weeks in a row now.
Yeah, they're running into some good form, the right time of year to run into some form, isn't it, Laurie?
I won't tell you guys, I told you so.
I've been waiting for that.
Yeah, it's only taking him about 29 and a half minutes into the second quarter.
Well, I don't want to speak too.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Back in the middle now, umpire Gladkey has the ball. And it will be Justin up against Sean Stewart. Throws it up now. Stewart, Justin both get it. Delaney tries to tap it on. Second effort. Smith taps it on beautifully to Musara. Handball to Calvert. Training run through the middle for the Centurions at 55. Wobbly kick. Might go through though. Oh, it's just missed. One behind Simon Calvert. 1 goal 1 this afternoon for him. They go to 11-6-72 Werribee Centrals. Thomson 3-2-20 Raiders. Bingo second quarter scoreboard 30 and a half minutes gone. Curly will be happy with the sponsorship in this second term. Curly O'Donnell, the bingo manager. We've mentioned the name a few times. 8 goals.
That really, that was training drill stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So easy.
Possibly should have finished up with a goal there, I guess.
Armstrong short towards Atchison, takes the mark. Luddick standing the mark. Highland goes short. He drills him and gets him, takes the mark. Wanted to play on quickly, didn't have anything wide, so he elects to go down the middle. Tries to measure the pass towards McFarlane, who's up the ground. Can't take the mark off hands. Wolfenen's there, slapped away by Mitchell. Handball to Highland was pretty slick, but good enough to get it. And goes towards half forward flank. Menzies has to make up a bit of ground, does well. Takes the mark. Oh, Justin Morley have to walk back a few steps. Fano, oh, handball on. Stein's there, gets his kick away just as he's tackled. Goes wide towards half forward Costello and also Bernard. That could be a push in the back the second effort. And it is. And it will. And it will be a free kick to Kane Costello on half forward, out of side 50. He goes now with the right boot towards Peacock and standing his ground. Beck can't take the mark. McFarlane works through the pack. Also there is Delaney and Festuca. Stewart comes in as well, tries to bustle out. Festuca does so. Oh, gets one high. Festuca should be advantage paid here to Calvert. It is to Morley. Outside 50 at half back now, goes wide to Howlett, who's getting too much space. And he's got it at centre wing. Luddick gives him a lead. He kicks it in that direction now. Just sets it up for him coming from behind Kinsey. Good punch away. Good defensive play. It's out in front of the Social Club on centre wing. And we will have a boundary throw in half-time in the Ballerine Football League. Ocean Grove, 8-5-53. Lead Torquay, 4-7-31. Well, she's pretty happy. Good mates with the coach. So they lead down there at Torquay, Ocean Grove, by 22 points at half-time at the main break. Here it's 11-6 playing 3-2. 72 playing 20. The Centurions with authority close to half-time. Goes towards Festuca again. Gets a left foot kick towards half-forward. Luddick. Up early, Kinsey. Oh, Luddick coming at him. Stein, great little tap to Luddick, from Luddick to Lee. Lee drills a behind. 3 goals, 2. His personal tally, 11-7-73 Werribee Central's Thomson, 3-2-20 Raiders Bingo, second quarter scoreboard.
Just everything they're doing now is just coming off, isn't it?
Yeah, look, I was just going to say, you know, with Aitchison on Howlett, you know, the ball comes down that quick. You can't do much about it.
From the kick in, Armstrong takes the mark 20 metres out for the Thomson side in the defensive area. Now goes long to centre wing. McFarlane's out there. Calvert came in from the side, almost pulled down another blinder, but it came down to Fry. He kicks the ball into the centre square. Costello runs in, takes the ball, but that's it for the second quarter. In fact, that's it for the first half. The Raiders Bingo scoreboard at half-time. Werribee Central's 11-7-73. They lead Thomson 3-2-20.
In that term, Werribee Central's 9 goals, 6. So a big quarter by Werribee Central's, and Thomson managed just the one behind. For Werribee Central's, the goal kickers 3 to James Lee and 2 each to Luke Luddick and Heath Buck, and singles to Andrew Hawkes, Sean Stewart, Simon Calvert and Jason Festuca. While for Thomson, their 3 goal kickers Nick Maharis, Dale Menzies and Robbie Burns. So at half-time, it is 11-7-73 Werribee Central's in control of the qualifying final. They lead Thomson 3-2-20. We'll take a break, then we'll have our Where Are They Now segment this afternoon. We're talking to Gary Kerr. Eric spoke to him during the week, and we'll have his interview at half-time, and then we'll be back for a summary of the first half and a preview of the second half action here in the qualifying final this afternoon at St Albans. It's Werribee Central's in control, 11-7-73 at the main break. They lead Thomson 3-2-20. Back after this